Hello beautiful people, I'm Gift God's Time by name, and on this channel I upload sewing tutorials. So if you're stopping by for the first time, you're welcome, and to all my existing subscribers, thank you for your support. So today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to draft a long sleeve, a short sleeve, and lastly a cap sleeve. Kindly stay tuned. Firstly, I'll be folding the pattern paper. Then next, I'm going to draw my starting line. So right now, I'll be imputing my cap height, which is also known as your biceps. And to calculate it, I used my bust measurement divided by 12 plus 1.5, giving me 4.5. So I'm using 4.5 for my cap height. So next I'm going to determine how long I want my long sleeve to be, and I'll be using 20 inches for this project. So you go ahead to use whatever length you want it to be for yours. So what I did was to draw out all my horizontal lines, and next I'm labeling those lines. That is the cap height and this is the long sleeve length. To determine my armhole length, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5, which gives me 7.5. I have a well-detailed tutorial on how to draft a basic bodice pattern. I'll drop it on the description box. So I'll also add 1 inch for my seam allowance. Next, I'm going to draw a vertical line from that 7.5 inch all the way to the tip of our starting point. Not from the 1 inch I give extra, but from that 7.5. So next, I'm going to calculate the vertical line, which I just drew now, and whatever figure it gives me, I'm going to divide it by 2. So I got 9 and I'll divide it by 2, which is 4.5. So I'll go ahead to, from that midpoint, I'm going to come up by ½ inch above, as you can see from the video, and then I will curve it to those 3 points I just showed now. When drawing out your curve, try and use your curve rule to give it that perfect shape. As you can see, I'm doing it over again just to get it. So yes, you can also use your free hand to do it. I'll be imputing the measurement of my wrist because this is a long sleeve and that's where it's going to stop. So mine is 8 inches divided by 2, which is 4, and I'm going to add my 1 inch allowance. Now I will connect that line, that extra 1 inch I gave earlier, to this extra 1 inch I gave. So I'll connect it with a vertical line. So this is the sleeve. I'll go ahead to cut it out. So this first curve we did earlier is for the back sleeve. So I'll be showing you how to get the front parts. The front part is quite different from that of the back because from our basic bodice pattern we drafted, when we were drawing the armhole, we went inward by ½ inch for the front part. So that alteration, that is what we are going to be indicating on the sleeve so that it will fit perfectly. So from that vertical line we took earlier, which was 9 inches, and we divided it by 2. So I'm going to take one part of the 4.5, the one closer to the edge, and I'm also going to divide it again by 2 and get the midpoint. So from that midpoint, I'll be going down by ½ inch, and then I'll connect the 3 lines as I did earlier with a curve. So I'm illustrating it with my hands. So this is how it looks like, and before cutting it out, you will notice I open it up so that I will only cut out the front part because the back is already cut. So that is what I'm going to be doing next. So I'll cut out that curve. As you can see, you just watch the video to know which particular curve to cut out, because there are many lines with the same color. So that's what I'm going to cut out. So this is the front part of the sleeve and the other side is the back. So I'll just go ahead to label them. So this is our basic long sleeve pattern, which is easy to learn, to draft, even for a beginner. And this is it when it's folded. So this is how it looks like by the time you're attaching it to your dress or your top. So this is it. It is easy, it is fast, and it fits perfectly. So when attaching it to your dress or top, that is the front part, you're going to put your armhole, and this is the back part. You are going to attach it so that those two parts will align properly by the time you are done with your either top or dress. So from this pattern, we can easily draw out our short sleeve pattern. All you need is the length in which you want your sleeve to be. I'll be using 9 inches for this short sleeve pattern. And also when you get to that 9 inches, you're going to measure round of it on your hands. You're going to measure, so whatever value you get, you're going to divide it by 2 and impute it. So right now I just mark the 9 inches and I'll draw a horizontal line, and from that 9 inches round of it, I took the measurement, so mine is 12. So I'm also going to divide it by 2, which is 6, and I'll add 1 inch. So this 1 inch extra I'm adding is for my seam allowance. So I'm going to connect it from that tip to this extra 1 inch I gave. I'll draw it with a vertical line and I'll proceed to cut it out. So this is the basic short sleeve pattern. This is the back part, and this is the front part where you attach it. So it is easy to get both the short sleeve and that of the long sleeve. So this is it when you open it up. So for the cap sleeve, I'm going to be teaching you 2 different methods on how to get your cap sleeve depending on what you want, the design you want. So with this, you go ahead from that cap height to cut it straight off. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is our cap sleeve. This is how it looks like. But this is not the method I use for the thumbnail. So I'm going to show you the method I use, which is also very easy. So this is what I did. I got a pattern paper and I fold it into 2 and fold it again into 2, meaning it's folded into 4. So as you can see, that is the edge, and these down parts are the folded 2 ends. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my cap height measurement, which is 4.5. I'm going to mark the 4.5 as you can see from the video. Next, I'm going to take my round arm sleeve, which is I'm using 5 inches, that is 10 inches. So that's what I'll be using. So I'm going to connect this line with a curve, and that's all, and I'll cut it off. So this is our cap sleeve, and the good thing about this method is that you've also cut out the lining as well, because it's folded at the end. So all you need to do is just to attach it at the top parts. So this is the cap sleeve I use for the thumbnail you are seeing on this video. Please, if you've watched this far, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in my next tutorial.